Hello and welcome back to my channel. Hello to those people that are new. Thank you for coming along, and thank you to my regular subscribers. Please remember to like and subscribe. That helps me out no end. My name is Becky and this is Whimsic Creations. I hope you're all doing well today, and if you're not, I hope this video brings you some peace and calm into your day and will help you feel better. There we go. Get a little bit of peace and calm going in the art studio. So, welcome. I hope some of you from before can remember what we were doing. We were doing printing on envelopes, and I decided to do it in a two-part because I didn't get that much done. As always, most of my videos ending up being two-parters because I don't work very fast. So I only showed you 3 or 4 different things to do last time with pre-printed envelopes like this. Envelopes I've opened up and taken apart. So I have got some other ideas. Do you want me to recap on what we did before? Or are you really not that bothered? Anyway, what we did was we made this one. Don't know if you remember. This glues on a page like this, and this flaps back and forth like that. You've got a opening there and an opening there. So that glues down. You can put another pocket here. Embellish them. We might get around to embellishing today. We also made this one, which is a double pocket. There's one there and there's one there. A secret double pocket. That just gets stuck down. And the other 2 we made were for the centres of books, of your signature. So you sew that into your signature, then glue down the sides, and you've got a lovely centerpiece that goes like that with something in. There we go. We did 2 of those. We did one for this journal that I'm making and one for the fairy pets one I'm making. So today I'm going to show you a couple of more different ideas, and these go quickly enough. We can get to some of embellishing, hopefully. So sit back and relax. Either watch, craft along, meditate, fall asleep, whatever takes your fancy. As always, the first thing I'm going to do is take these white edges off. I find the light white edges quite offensive, a bit like Julie finds and Camilla Crafts finds pointy corners offensive. I don't like white. I find white very harsh on the eyes. Oops. I do apologise for the noise of this. I don't know that we'll need this bit, but I'm going to cut all the whites off. I should maybe do this before I start, and then you wouldn't have to listen to the awful noise of that. But hey, I'm going to have to get it out again in a second. So this one I'm going to do this way, because all the others, the envelope window is that way, and a lot of them that we do across the board, the envelope's this way. So these next 2 are very similar, and they're both going to go this way. So this one is going to be a secret writing spot. Now, this is too wide for the standard journal, so I'm just going to cut it down to the normal size of a journal. And this is approximately the right size for a page. So I'm going to just pop it in here, using this bit of paper as a page with the paws on, and marking where I want it. So we'll have it to about, it'd be nice if it's the same distance, but we don't have to be symmetrical. So I'm going to make it slightly off centre. I know that will really irk some people, but I don't always like things perfectly symmetrical, perfectly even. Sorry, the dreaded thing's coming out again. I'll try and go slowly, and then it won't hurt your ears so much. There we go. And while we're at it, shall we cut this one down the same size? Oh, let's do all these while we're at it, and then you don't have to hear this awful noise. This one's going to be slightly different, but I'm just going to get rid of the edges first. Sends my teeth on edge. I don't know about you. Anyway, I don't know if you remember, last time I had a frog in my throat. Well, I managed to dispatch him back down to the pond, so he's no longer bothering me. There's no guarantees he won't come back though. So this one's going this way. This one I want this one's going to be slightly bigger, so we'll cut it there. Right, hopefully that's most of that big one going to one, being done. Let's put that one to one side. We'll do that one later. Start with this one. So this bit's going to be glued onto the page of your journal, and this bit's going to flip up and down. So this will be a pocket, and then we'll close that up, and we'll put a clip there, and that will stay shut like that. So that is not very attractive. I don't know about you, I don't find that very attractive, and I thought it'd be nice to have some extra writing. So I've got my writing paper out. Is it wide enough? Oh, it's just wide enough. Oh look, that horrible great big thingy's got to come out again. Let's just see. Whoops. Oh, I didn't do that very well, did I? I was folding that with the crease, and I managed to go completely wrong. So I was hoping that would fit on there. It does fit on there. Perfect, pretty much perfectly. Is it too big? Just a little. I mean, I'm only going to go to there. I'm going to go to the window. Where's my pen? Did I not put it back now? Pencil. I'm going to go to just before the window, so to there. Oh, that's not going to work because it's to there. No, it's not at the top. You should have told me it wasn't at the top. Look. Yeah, got it there. I'm going to see if I can keep both pieces there like that. I'm hoping to anyway. No, that's not going to work. It would work for one piece, so we either have one piece that you can fold, or we have two pieces and not have them folded. I think we'll have two pieces and not fold it there. Right, so, which was my original plan. I can't see that fold, so I'm just going to put a little mark there so I can see it. So when they glue this here in a second, let's mark that. And then we just want this in half. That should fit on there quite nicely now. It does. It fits there nicely. And that folds perfectly. So let's glue him on. Let's glue that on for starters. And it can be drying. I have this pot, so I know where everything is when I put them down. Otherwise I end up searching my entire table for a pair of scissors. But it actually only works if you put the stuff in there in the first place. So just double check. Yep, this is the right gluing side. Yes. So anyway, I hope you're all okay. I hope you've had a nice few days since I last saw you, talked to you. I made a decision. I'm going to do, I didn't know this when I first started in my videos a little while ago, but I'm going to put them out at least between now and probably Christmas on Mondays and Thursdays. And a couple of times a month, we're going to have, like we call, I know a lot of people do give names, days a name, like Rachel does, whatever's in my box Wednesday or whatever, something like that. And Gail Gastonelli has Scrappy Saturday. I don't do videos on Saturdays. Saturday's my day off. So I thought we'd do, because I have got a lot of stuff, I thought we'd do throwaway Thursdays, because Mondays and Thursdays is when my videos are going to come out. So I thought on a Thursday we could do that, and we'll go through stuff that we'll probably normally not think of keeping, probably thought of throwing out. Stuff we've had for a long time, we think we really ought to use this, or throw it out. So it's a case of use it up or chuck it out kind of thing. So that's what we're going to do. And the first thing we'll be doing is we'll be making a masterboard, because I'm in dire need of some backgrounds. And I know you all know how to do masterboards and that. For those who don't, come along and watch. For those who do, come along and chill. So I'm quite happy with that. I am going to do the edges. I am going to do, nope, I want a slant edge, I just want a round edge. 2 round edges. That's it. I'll do them at the bottom as well. No, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to cover this up next, because this is actually going to be seen, this bit. So let's decorate, let's cover this up. I've got some strips. I got some strips down a little while ago, and I thought we maybe use some of these strips up. There's a nice strip of paper. Let's pop that there. That's upside down. I think this is another Roxy Creations one, so I'm going to put that there. Cut that off there. I'm just going to do this random. It's not going to be any sort of way about doing it. It's just going to be collaged. This is the word I was looking for, collaged. I'm just going to collage on here, make it look a bit prettier than all that blue. Not so keen. You don't have to. You can leave the blue if it doesn't offend. Leave the blue. I don't like it, so I'm going to cover it up. I might well be putting some washi on as well here and there. That's that little bit. Let's find another bit. Used a bit of this before for something else. I remember that fits on there quite nicely. Yep. Let's pop that on there. I'm going to do a quick bit of collaging. Collaging is great fun. I love collaging. I think it's because there's no rules. Well, there's no rules with junk journaling either, is there? But there's no rules. You know, you can just do whatever you want. That's in the crease, I think it is. Is that going to be a problem? Nope, I don't think it's going to be a problem. I should probably put washi tape there anyway to reinforce the fold. Some more, another thin piece. That's a nice thin piece. Yeah, I keep these scraps in either in my scrap box or in this, if they're long thin pieces. I keep them in this. And this usually clips on my pegboard. But it clips on my pegboard over there, which I can't actually reach very well. I have to stand up to get it. So I've actually got it down this time, so I can get to them. Right. Quite like that. So we'll pop that there. Cut that off there. Not going to take much to do. There's not much collaging to do. There we go. I have got a bit of the actual paper, so we could have used that, but I decided just to do random stuff. Make sure you can't see too much the other side. You can on this one. Let's take this off. I don't want to go over the white edge. I don't want to see it through the window. There we are. That's better. A bit wide. Yes, let's cut that off. Just across the bottom. I got any more wide bits? I've got another wide bit. That's very wide. It's a piece of card, which is actually okay, because this is going to be pinned up here, pinned in on the. So if it was a bit of card to pin it on, that would. It's got holes in, but I don't think that matters. It would strengthen that piece of paper, wouldn't it, and give it a good base. So yeah, that's all that. I think that one blends in better. We'll do this one. Is either side straight? Neither side is straight. That side's slightly straighter. So glue you on. This is a piece of scrapbooking paper. There's a little bit of, actually it's card, but it's not seriously heavy duty card, so That can go there, like that. Right. Let's trim you off. Oops, they're sticking. And just trim this edge off as well. It's gone over the edge a tiny bit here. There we are. Goes this way around. I've gone over that one a little bit, but not. That's not glued down. Let's glue you down a bit better. I shall put some washi tape on some edges anyway. Can't go wrong with a bit of washi. Let's glue those down a bit more. So that's that. We'll probably do a bit of embellishing on here as well. So it's a bit weird at the moment, doesn't it? What I am going to do, because the tag is going to go behind the writing bit, and that's going to be stuck on, and this is going to flap down, I want that to be a secret writing place, so we don't want to see it. So I'm going to put something really pretty through there. So when it's clipped on, oh, why is that pretty? There you go. So we want to make a picture that will fit that, that's pretty. Thought I might use a piece of this as the backdrop, like that. So let's get this the right size. Can you see what I'm doing? Just want this the right size. I don't want it too much bigger than the envelope, than the window. Right, that will cover that nicely. Oh, I need a double-sided piece, don't I, of course? Oh yes, forgot that. I need a double-sided piece. That's okay, we can double-side it. Let's just stick two bits together, eh? That'll be double-sided then. There. Yep, that's perfect. So, glue these two together. Bit easier if you used a double-sided piece of paper, but I'm just using what I've got here. So that'll go there. We'll also do some embellishing on the front here, but this is basically what we want to put our picture on. And this is where you could do it to match your theme, if you've got a themed journal going, whether it be floral, birds, whatever. And that side has to not show blue. So let's, because this is the side you're going to see. So let's just take those off a little bit. There we go. There we are. And this is the side we're going to glue on. This side's going to be glued down. So let's put something nice on there. So this one, I thought could go. I don't think it'll fit in my. I don't think it'll fit in this one, will it? It's too wide, yeah. So this is just going to be a generic one. I might make this one for the pets, furry pets. So let's see what we've got in the way of furry pet ephemera that we can use to make this pretty. We've got some bits of paper. Let me get my basket out so you know what I'm doing. Let's get some random bits from the back here. Nice piece of green. That's nice. Maybe pop that on it somewhere. I quite like that ladybug and things. Could go down there. Not cut that, I think. I got any non-backed pictures? Not many. Oh, he'd look great, wouldn't he? Just him would look great. Let's just try that. See what he looks like. Oh my word, he does look cute, doesn't he? Poking through that window. Instead of doing a collage, I could just pop him there, couldn't I? Ha! I think we'll do that, you know, just because. Stuck that for nothing, look. Just because he's so very sweet. What do you think? Yeah? And then we can decorate around here with some leaves and stuff. Yep, I think I'll be doing that. Unless we find... Unless, of course, I rummage and find something even better. But it's just, he fits there quite well, doesn't he? There's not much else going on in the picture apart from him. So, yeah, let's do him. Her. Whoever. Whatever. Right, then. Let's get this in the right place. There. There. Let's if I glue around the edge, we should be fine. Another thing you can also do is once you've stuck whatever it is you want on the window here, you could stick just another piece of writing paper right over the top if you wanted to. Let me just see where that is. There he is. There we go. Oh, that's nice, and it stops that from being quite so flimsy. That's good. I like that. Right, don't need you. Don't need you. Should we collage a bit on here as well? Where are my strips? Let's do some more strips across here. Just make it look filled in a bit more. There's a bit of you. And then we're going to put a picture on there. You can go on. You can go on. Just putting some strips on. That's a bit dark. I want something a bit more neutral in the middle. Sorry, you can't see what I'm doing, can you? I'm just looking through here at some bits and bobs. If I haven't got what I want, I'll have to... Oh, that's quite neutral. There, but let's see what we can do with these. You can go on, can't you? Yep. Oops, bash. Probably one. And then we'll have some, we'll just do some background, neutral background. Then we can put, when we're doing the embellishing later, depending on what whatever journal you want it to go in. I mean, this one I've just decided is going to go in my Furry Friends one. That one might do as well. I might put that in another one. You can decide what to put, and then you can embellish all this later if you want to. You know, you don't have to do it straight away. You can leave it, put them in your stash, and then think, oh, I'm doing a bird one, and then you can embellish this with birds or butterflies, or, as I say, botanical, whatever you're doing. I'll put a bit of this on as well. Yep. There we are. Let's glue this here. All these random bits of paper, so that goes on there. There. That's all collaged. I'm going to put a piece of washi across there. Let me do the edges on here. Sorry, you can't see, can you? I'm just edging them all again. Because having done it once, I've now collaged, so. Now the curl will go out of that when you glue it down. I just want to put a piece of washi across there because it's not behaving itself. Let's put this green one on. See if I can pull enough off. Oh, that's the end of that one. Okay, he'll have to come off there then, won't he? Are you not wide enough? Oh, look at that. Smack on. That's amazing. Let's put a bit of glue, glue on here. Then put you on. There. That's better, isn't it? Cut that bit. That should fold better now. Probably have helped if I'd scored it first, but I didn't, so I'm just getting that bit off the corner there. There we go. Right, that goes that way over, that way up. Move you two out. So, should we do a bit of embellishing? I didn't write the time down. Hey ho. Let me just check how long I've been recording for. Oh, 26 minutes. Wow. So, 26 minutes. So let me just work that out. That's like... There we go. That's when I've got to finish. Gosh, I don't have to. You know, there's no... law says you can't do them for more than an hour. But I don't like to go over an hour if I can help it. I won't embellish the other one just yet. We'll embellish this one a little bit. And then I probably won't embellish the other one in so much as I'm not sure what journal it's going to go in yet. So I often leave the embellishing till I know which journal it is. I'd like some leaves around this edge. I'd like something like this here. What else have I got in here? These are my what are they called? Die cut leaves and flowers. I think they're quite nice when you have a great big piece of that's too big, isn't it? I can cut him down. Let's snip that there. And snip him off there. I've got a bit of stuff on my scissors. Snip him here, look. I hope you've all had a nice few days. I hope you're all well. I'm not sure if I asked you if you're all okay. Put that bit there, and that bit there. We need one more bit on there, don't we? Yeah, and everything's going well. If you're at work, you're not working too hard. Nope, that's not going to go across there, is it? Nope, that's too big. Just really want something here. Well, I suppose that bit I cut off. Did that go there? Doesn't look right, does it? Maybe a flower. Maybe a flower would be better. I get my die cut flowers out. I think I've got die cut flowers. Die cut flowers. Oh, my draw's nearly fallen out. Whoops. There we go. See what we've got in here in the way of die cut flowers. Can you see? Oh, that's a nice, that's little. There's a yellow one there, which would be nice. Let's see what we've got. Pale yellow. Ink that up. What's this? This is a nice one. Looks needs a bit of TLC. No, it's not floating me boat. I'm afraid it's going to have to be a real flower. Well, as real as they get anyway. Sorry, that's my bin. I like that and I like that very much, but I didn't like, it doesn't have to be a flag, it could be a butterfly. Put With these butterflies on, that might be nice. Oh, I like him. Oh, I do like him. There we go, he's going on. There, that was relatively simple. Let's glue these on. That's the front done. I might put a label or something on once I put it in the, but this is just a little bit of embellishing. These take a bit of glue in, these do. In fact, I should have done it with my glue stick. It'd have probably been easier. Thing is, these aren't actually made out of paper. They're made out of very lightweight cardstock. I'll do the other one with glue stick and see how well that glues. You all heard about Hobbycraft? Well, I suppose you will have done by now. Yeah, closing a lot of its stalls, but it is going on television. Yeah. So I don't watch much television, I have to confess, but when it comes to hobby things, though, a lot of the time I do like to here we go. I like to see what I'm buying, you know. Although, having said that, I buy a lot from Temu and Amazon. Temu. But I was going to do this with glue stick, wasn't I? You didn't tell me. I bet you're all shouting at me. You said you'd use glue sticks. It wouldn't take so long. Yeah, well, that comes of talking about hobbycraft and things. I find Amazon good for things you bought before. Just quickly find them, and you know, I should set up a Amazon favourites. My glue I get from Amazon. I must admit. What else do I get from there? My paper, my white printer paper I get from there. There we are. Let's pop you on, Mr. Butterfly. Now for this one, because it's going to be opened like this, and that's going to be glued down on the page, I could put a divot in there. I'll decide nearer the time. It'd be nice to have something here, so maybe we could have a secret pocket here, or a secret tuck. Let's have a secret tuck. Yeah, well, it's not going to be a secret, is it? Because I'm told you. Sorry, that was a bit of silly humour there. If we put something down there, oh, will you sit down for a minute, mister? I've had enough of you bending back. Now you can't probably see what I'm doing. There we go. Put something here that tucks in, and then when it goes up, my other clip goes on. So let's put a nice pocket on here. This is going in Furry Friends, isn't it? So Furry Pets. I haven't decided on the name fully, as you can tell. I call it something different every time. These are bits I've... Oh, that's quite a nice one. It's an envelope. Ooh, the inside's a bit bright, isn't it? Oh, that's a nice piece of card. I like this. I know where this comes from. I got an A5. Yeah, an A5. I like this a lot. I think that's upside down though. Let's pop him on there. Got him just inside, so he's not too gonna hit. So he's not gonna hit the creases. How far in should we have him? Where he is? Yeah, I think so. I'm going to put a little pocket in here. Then we'll get the clip out ready for clipping it onto something. Have I got a... We'll save the rest of that. I think that'll make a nice pocket with that. I like that very much. I think it will look better that way around though. Put a little hole, one of these in there. They fly off everywhere, they do. Then I put soften the edges. got no ink on this at all. Yep, pop in there. I didn't bring a drink with me, which is usually fairly fatal for me. I get quite dry making these videos, with all the rabbiting I do. Pop him there. I don't want him in the crease. Yeah. There, you can put a journal card or whatever you want in there. This can be decorated some more, you know, embellished some more if you want. And right, what we need is a nice clip there, so when it's glued in and we've got things in there, when you open your book that doesn't go flop, which it will do because it's heavier than the back. So let me get my fun clips out and see. Pretty paper clips. I've given this tin, I can't remember who by, but it's a lovely tin. And I'll move that bit so it doesn't reflect in the camera. I have my pretty paper clips in here. This one has just got some Diddy ones from Tim Holtz and probably Amazon, I can't remember where. And this has got, those two are going with the other journal I'm making. These have got this sort in, you see. That one clips on the side. These are all hidden paper clips. Well, not completely hidden. That one, nope, I don't think so. We might have to just go with a, I have nothing in here that really goes with the, no, I don't want it to cover up those leaves. So we might, well, these are all ones I've made before. Some just have beads on, look, like that. That has a bead on, which can go, but this isn't the sort of a beady one. It's not one for beads. These are Tracy Fox. These are Tracy Fox sells these kits, and then you just put them together. Now that one could go on like that. That's quite nice. I'll have to turn that flower around, put it on a thingy bead. I quite like that. It's not over the top and it's got a little butterfly on. So we're going to use that on there. I'll clip it on both for now. Keep it together. There you go. Turn that round. Do that in a minute. Yeah, we'll use that one. I quite like that. Blends well. The other one might need one as well. We'll see. So there's one done. Now this one. Let's do this one. We've just got about enough time. This one's going the other way. This one's flipping up like that. I cannot remember what I was doing with this one. And it's all writing space, this one. It's wider than that one as well. And the pocket is going to be in here. And because this is going to be writing space, we're going to do something pretty in there again. So I think first things first. It is quite wide because I didn't want to cut this bird's tail off. But I might have to because it's extremely wide. I don't think this will go in even a relatively big journal. She says looking for a ruler. Here we go. This is very wide. Yeah, this is 6.5. Well, nearly 6.5. It's 16.25, 16 and a bit. Just over 16 centimetres. So I'm just going to have to cut a bit more off. I like it or not, otherwise it's going to be unusable. Sorry, little bird. Going to be chunky your tail. That's better. It's under 5. It's under 6 now, so yeah, it would go in a big journal. Right, first things first, we want to put some paper on, some more of my, although this might suit a piece of A4, mightn't it? I've got some A4 paper that's got lines on here. Oh, look at that, fits perfect. And I've got this side with the lace. I do like the lacy side. Isn't it lovely? That's just coffee dyed, that's lace. Let me see, it's the lace. This is, I've downloaded this. This is a digital. This is. I can't remember the person. Please forgive me. Well, tell me who you are, and then I can link you down below. Right. You're not going to see that because it's going to be on the back, but I just wanted to. Right. I'm going to glue this down. I think what we'll do is we'll use that line as a straight line. Yeah, we will. So this all needs glue. So we might as well glue it on here, mightn't we? Let me just think about this first before I make sure I don't make any. Yeah, I think I've got to do the picture first. Yes, I have. Otherwise you won't see the yeah, let's pop you to one side. Engage the brain for a change. I've got to do the picture first in here. So we need a bit of card or something, nice piece of something to do it on. Let's get a piece of nice backing piece we want. Is this nice? That's a bit thick though because I glued those together. We could use a piece of book page. That'd be quite nice. Nice and generic, wouldn't it be, if I could remember where I put my book pages? Which I can't currently find at the moment. Oh, here. Nope, that's not them. Where do my book pages? Where have my book pages gone? So much stuff on my desk. I wasn't planning on using. Oh, there they are. Oh no, that's not them. Oh, I do apologise. Can't find my book pages. I have so many of them as well. Here we go. Let's use one of these book pages instead. It's going to be mainly covered up anyway, so we'll use a piece of this one. So I can't find my thick ones. I can't imagine where they'd have gone though, because one more quick look. Nope, not on that side of my desk. Oh, here they are. See, it was worth having one more quick look, wasn't it? This is nice paper to use. Let's use a bit of you. For those of you who don't know, when I first talked about these bits of book paper, they're from a Harry Potter book, so I know there's nothing really horrible on them, which is always an advantage. Right, that'll do. Tested that out, that'll do. Let me take my edges off, because I keep the edges for the projects. Although these ones are very small, these edges, but this is really nice textured paper. Not the top one so much though, because it's got Harry Potter on, but those could go in my storage pile. Right, how big a piece do we need? Not very, but it doesn't really matter because it's not going to be seen this side. Let's pop you over there. Save that bit for something else. Yeah. Right. So, what should we put on here? We'll make this generic. Let's put a bird on this one because there's birds there. So let's keep this all birds. Right, we want something, you know, in the background. A little bit of something in the back. Oh, I know what I could use for a change, which I haven't used for ages. Let's get my bits and bobs. This is my bits and bobs. I have literally bits and bobs in here. Literally little bits and bobs. All sorts of different things in here. Fairies. There's a piece of that. Nope, that's not what I want. Can you see these? These are all different things. A lot of them floral. They're quite nice. A bit bigger than what I was looking for. These are smaller. A piece of this might nice. This is just a pad of these. The two there is. Pop you there. Let's tear a bit of that off. Let's tear a bit of you off. Oh, I've got glue on me. Put you there. Put you there. What else have I got in here? Lots of little random bits. From this one says, G and Chasey's scrappy bits, these are in here. So they're just like really scrappy bits. That's what they really are. They are like that. That's a nice scrappy bit. And we'll pop a bird on as well, I think. There we are. Yeah, well, hang on, let me just, sorry, not made my mind up. I think I've got a doily in here that's only half a doily. Nope, that's a whole doily. I usually, when I use half of one, put half back in here. They're blue. I don't want blue. Pink will do, or cream, or this nice bland colour. Oops, a little bit light. Piece of you on top. You in the corner. It's very big, that. Oh, here's a half of one. Let's use a bit of a half of one. I don't want to use a whole one, so we'll use a bit of this half here. Oh look, I'm running out of time because I spent so long. Yeah, I'll use a bit of this. Where's my scissors? Let's just see if I can finish doing this before I run out of time. Let's pop you back. And you'll get the gist. You've got the gist. I don't really want to make this a three-parter. You'll be bored out of your mind. That's going to go on there like that. Get a bird. Medium birds. He'd be nice. We'll do him. Let's glue them on. Uh, 26 plus 25. 50. Oh, actually, I got a few more minutes than I thought, actually. Not masses. I wanted that underneath there, didn't I? We don't have to rush. I don't believe you should rush when it comes to art and craft. Even if, you know, you want to get something finished off. You'll see the finished article at some point. So that on there. This could go in the corner. Just adds a bit of texture and another dimension, doesn't it? To the corner here. There. Cut you out a bit more because there's a lot of white on this. You have to admit there is a great deal of white on this little birdie. Let's not cut his little legs off though. So I hope you've enjoyed this little couple of videos on different things, you know, on printing envelopes and doing different things with envelopes. And as I say, even if you can't print on yours, you don't have a printer, or you can't get them to go through your printer, that doesn't matter, because your base can just be, you know, if you do thin collage, just use thin paper to collage it. Alternatively, you could just use pretty printed paper and put a window in it, an acetate window in it, you know. And if you want it to match what you're doing, that's what I would do. Just get one of your old envelopes. So I mean, I'm doing it with these envelopes, as I said, because I have so many. It's ridiculous the quantity I've got. So I thought, let's find out let's make lots of projects with them, which is a bit selfish, because if you haven't got lots of them, it's a bit more boring. But I won't do any more. I'll just do these few, and I can make a load more off camera, can't I, for other projects and for my stash. I should probably make a load for my stash, and then when I do something different, I have them then. I have them to hand. Do many of you, if you're a YouTuber, do you create when you're not? I'm sure you do. I'm sure you do things when you're not actually videoing. I do. It seems strange sometimes to craft without videoing, but recently that's all I've done, because I've tried to build up quite a collection for those days when I'm not well. I can still download. As I say, I want to try and download or upload, whichever you want to call it, to YouTube Mondays and Thursdays. The most convenient days for me. And then maybe next year do some more, but I'm not going to over commit myself right now until I see. Yeah, I think that's okay. Might put him down a fraction more. No, we won't. We'll put him there because he's going to tear otherwise. There we go. Chop you off. There's no point in having you stuck up there. Can't see you anyway. Right, I'm going to glue this on here. Glue him on there. Make sure you can see his face though. So we'll glue him there. Yeah, let's glue him there. Let's go around the edge and we know he's definitely glued on. Put him there and put this on top. There you go. I like the look of that. That's nice, isn't that? This is going to be writing. This is all going to be writing paper, which we've got here. What should we do over there? Yeah, I've got a few more minutes, so let's glue you on here. I'm going to glue you on here, and then I'll get that, which is nice. I'm going to glue most of the middle with this. Whoops. I am also going to go around the edge. Whoops, trumpet. Oh, I hope this isn't dried up. You can't see what I'm doing up here. It's because it's a big piece of paper, but I'm just going around the edge with my tacky glue. Should use my pin for that. It's got a bigger nozzle, but never mind. There we are. Put you on there. I'm going to use this margin here as a guide. So keep it straight. That'd be nice and easy to keep it straight then. There, on you go. You can cut round it. And I'm not using the guillotine, I'm using my scissors. You'd be pleased to know. And I'm going to let it dry a bit before I fold it, because if I fold it straight away we will get a nasty, because it's done with glue stick, you'll get a nasty crease. And I might actually even go through it gently with the bone folder. But you've got the general idea of what's happening, haven't you? I mean, again, this is one you could do out of just a piece of paper if you wanted to. You don't have to use an envelope. So that's your writing bit. I'm going to fold it in, and then that goes up like that. So I'm not going to put anything else in there or on there because it's still very, very wet. And I'm going to do the edge corners. And then once you've stuck it down, this is a pocket here, and this bit flips up for you to write in. And again, if you, oh, that's the wrong one. I've now got a, oh, can I go the other way? No, I'll have to do it with this one. Yeah, I'll have to do it with the big one because I wasn't concentrating and cut it with, doesn't really matter, but I didn't like being cut wet, did it? I should have let that dry as well. Anyway, there. Quite pleased with the way this has turned out, actually. And again, this is a piece of writing paper. I think personally that's pretty enough as it is. I probably wouldn't decorate that much at all. You could do one a bit more on the front. Again, the paper doesn't need it. And when you glue that on your page, this will be folded down You know, there's one sticking out the side, or you can have it coming out this side as well, you know, sideways if you prefer. So I'm just going to ink this, and thank you all for coming along to this second part of the printing on envelopes series. As I say, it doesn't, I don't know why I'm doing that side, because you're not going to see the top bit, are you? Oh, woman. Like I said before, engaging the brain at the same time as doing, not easy. Anyway, I was saying, thank you for coming along to this second part. I hope you've enjoyed the whole thing. And the next one, well, I don't know if I'll post them in order, but there won't be a part 3 of this envelope one. There's just these 2 parts. And then I will be doing probably a throw it out Thursday. So we're going to either use it or throw it out. I'm sure we've all got bits in our stash that we think, oh, I'm not going to use that again. Or bits, also, not just things you might want to throw out, but also bits you hoard. Oh boy, do I hoard. Hoard bits that I like. Anyway, I'm not folding that one yet, as you know. And there's the other one we made. Lovely little bits. And that one comes off. And you've got the writing space. And that's, they look quite different in the end. But what I like about them, which makes a real nice change, is the windows are going sideways instead of always that way. Anyway, I'll leave those 2 there for you. And I hope you have a wonderful rest of the week. And if I don't see you beforehand, have a nice weekend as well. And please try and subscribe and like. It helps loads with the algorithms. That's how they work. Hit that notification bell if you want to catch my next one. And yeah, I hope you do that. And I hope to see you soon. Take care, everyone. Bye bye.